Most people looking for a job have a strategy that goes something like this: find a posting that looks interesting, apply, and then hope. Then find another one, apply, hope, and repeat until something happens. It's not a strategy, it's a lottery, and the odds aren't in your favor. A few years back, I was navigating my own career transition. I had had a long, successful career, decades of building experience, confidence, and real results. I expected the next chapter to feel straightforward, but it didn't. I remember sitting there, scrolling through job postings and feeling something I hadn't expected: self doubt. The language had changed, technology had moved on. And for the first time in a long time, I found myself asking a question I never really had to ask before: do I have something valuable to offer still? What shifted things for me was realizing I wasn't trying to get my old career back. I wanted something more meaningful, more intentional. The moment I stopped asking, how do I recreate what I had, and start asking, where do I actually want to go, everything changed, including how I approached building a list of who I wanted to work for. Welcome to week 13 of the Pathfinder Campus weekly blog series. I'm Barry Morgan, and together with Jessica Locke and Gord Sarkissian, we've developed a community that supports adults in the midst of a career transition and students just beginning to develop a career path. Our weekly blog series is designed to provide helpful tips and guidance as you navigate a major life change, and we hope you'll allow us to join you on your journey. This week, we're talking about target employers, what they are, and why having a list changes the entire quality of your search, and how to build one that actually works for you. A target employer list is exactly what it sounds like: a deliberate, researched list of specific organizations you want to work for. Not just, I'd be okay with those, but I've thought through why these are good fits for me and why I'm actively pursuing them. The word here, the key word here, is deliberate. Most people find employers reactively. They see a job posting and respond. A target list flips that. You decide who you're interested in, you research them, and then you find ways to connect with them, whether or not they have an active posting. Because a lot of the best opportunities never get posted publicly at all. Here's the shift: stop asking what jobs are available and start asking, who do I want to work for and how do I get in front of them? That's a fundamentally different search and a much more effective one. The hidden job market is real. A significant portion of positions, estimates vary, but often between 40 and 80%, depending on the level of the position, are filled through relationships and referrals before they're ever posted. If you're only responding to postings, you're competing for a fraction of the available opportunities and against the largest pool of possible candidates. Having a target list also makes your networking dramatically more effective. Instead of vague, I'm open to opportunities, you can say, I'm specifically interested in organizations working on X. I've been researching your company because of Y. That's a completely different conversation. People respond specifically because it signals you've done the work and because it's easier to help someone with clear direction. There are two traps that I see most often. The first is making the list too short. People pick three or four dream companies and then they wait. A healthy target list, on the other hand, has 15 to 25 organizations because some won't be hiring when you're looking. Some will turn out to be not the right fit after all when you look at them a little more closely. And you need enough to keep your search active anyway. The second trap is making the list too aspirational. All Fortune 500 corporations with household names, places everyone wants to work at, all reach organizations, those places you would love to work for, but for whatever reason, you're not likely to be considered at this point in your search. Your list should be realistic. That doesn't mean settling for a job that's beneath your qualifications. It means organizations where you genuinely have a chance of making a connection, mixed in with some search targets and realistic and aspirational, not all or nothing. The third trap is building the list and then doing nothing with it. The list is not an end in itself, it's the beginning of research and outreach process. Let me give you four inputs to build your list from. First, your values and culture criteria. What kind of organization do you want to work in? What size? What about their mission? What's their culture? What kind of pace of activity do they have? Get specific about what actually matters to you. Then use that as your filter. Second, consider the industry and sector research. Who are the players in the space you want to be in? Not just the big names, the mid-sized organizations, the fast-growing ones, the ones your industry contacts mention. LinkedIn, industry publications, conference speakers, all are useful sources. Use them both to develop your list and to build connections. Then there's your existing network. Where do people you respect work? Where do people in roles you're targeting tend to land? Your network is a map of organizations worth considering. And then finally, job postings, but used differently. Don't apply reactively. Use postings to identify organizations that are hiring in your area or possibly in an area you'd like to relocate to. Then add them to your target list and research them thoroughly before doing anything else. A target employer list is not a wish list, it's a research document and a strategic tool, something you build, refine, and actively work from throughout your search. And be sure to organize your filing system so that you can easily capture important details about each company and track and locate potential employers when you're ready to apply. This deep this week's deep dive on Tuesday walks through the full framework for building and using your list, including how to research each organization and what to do with that research. We'll be discussing this at more length with the Pathfinder Campus community on Wednesday at 7 p.m. You're welcome to join us, and as we share ideas and experiences to help each other. The practical exercise we'll post on Thursday gives you a step by step process to build your target list in about an hour. And the reflection piece on Saturday is about what it means to be intentional in a search that sometimes feels a little out of control. The coaches at Pathfinder Campus have been through transitions many times, and we can assure you that the search gets a lot more manageable when you know who you're looking for. We also are here to assist you at any time during your career development journey, and we encourage you to reach out via the Coaches tab at pathfindercampus.ca.